Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. Touchdown, Packers! Ty Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Stafford on 1st down. Out to the flat for Reddick. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Stafford. The completion to Reddick. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Stafford now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The Pro Bowler Muhammad Wilkerson brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now Stafford. He hits Riddick underneath. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
To throw is Stafford.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow. And he didn't on that play.
The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
26.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Mercedes Lewis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Crosby on now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Escaping the pressure right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. throw again. Rodgers. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to the back, out of the back.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Crosby on now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. On first down at Stafford. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards on the play.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Stafford now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the 50, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Runs through the contact. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Room here to run. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
Sometimes you get just a little over-eager defensively when you've got people backed up because the mentality is to attack, take the ball away, or at worst, just keep them backed up there for your own offense. They actually used their aggressiveness against him on that one and hit him big.
Absolutely. Had him pinned on the 2. Not anymore. Throwing now is Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. After the interception, here's Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of the guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Monday. Here we go.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Third and 2, Stafford. And that is incomplete. The great veteran Clay Matthews able to knock that one away in coverage.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Trevor Davis now to return. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. Ashawn Robinson coming out of the University of Alabama, a big, physical, intimidating force who had to learn to play with more leverage. Otherwise, he was going to get blown off the ball in the NFL. Looks like he's learning his lessons after that play.
Rodgers going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Golden Tate. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. So out now come the Lions. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
10. You ready?
Now a first down throw. Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal. And the Pigs get at the 7-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. Williams will try again. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. And to the left side here, Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Stafford to the former Seahawk Wilson for Lions first. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Now Stafford. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the red zone now, Stafford. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. To throw again, Stafford. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Blake Martinez. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that'll help him. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Darius Slay with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. From the 50, it's Stafford. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his third pick of the game. Instead, it's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On first down, Stafford here. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That one goes for 24 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now,
and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Lions are able to cut into this lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds Malcolm Mitchell here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Rodgers to throw once more. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Ty Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Crosby on now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And this is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Big 20.
What were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Here we go.
Stafford on 1st down. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? And for the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. It's Sylvester Williams there to bring him down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds, able to get it up right near the 25 to the 24. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On 1st down, Rodgers eluding the pressure right. Looking deep for Adams. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he's going to be marked down deep in Detroit territory. A big play there, Rodgers to Adams. 62 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Rodgers now on 1st down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
What part do they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit and not go down.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Muhammad Wilkerson coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tramon Williams there to break that one up. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Rodgers going to throw again. Quick hitch, complete. It's Graham. And he's got some space here. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Lions have recovered.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Josh Jones in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw is Stafford. It's brought in left side by Tate. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the 50, Stafford looking downfield. And my goodness, another interception. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Sean Robinson coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get.
Yeah, the ball is knocked out, and the Packers pick it up. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers looking to throw. Caught left side by Cobb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Packers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Rodgers going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.